Interesting morning. So I woke up this morning early, like I usually do, ready to go, and I had a huge problem, big problem. Blood pressure was up. I was frustrated. You roll out of bed. Last thing you want to deal with is a problem in the day. But I had a problem this morning. Wasn't a coronavirus. Thankful, it wasn't that big, but every little problem seems to be like a huge problem to people. No, the dogs didn't poop in the house overnight. That's happened before. No, there wasn't a car crashed in my front yard. That has happened before, also more than once. But ultimately, we had a problem. See, I have a whole bunch of people in my house right now. My 3 kids are one from high school, 2 from college, and my wife and me, and the Wi-Fi was down. So you look at it and you go, not a big deal. But we all know that what's the number one thing that we're using right now? As much as oxygen, we're using it more than water, which we should be drinking more water than Wi-Fi. But the Wi-Fi was down. So what did I do? I got on the app. And you know what the Wi-Fi app said? You have to have Wi-Fi in order to troubleshoot your Wi-Fi. So that didn't work. So I thought, all right, time to get on the cell phone and make a phone call and things like that. And here's the reality, though. I was reacting. And we all react to things. This is an important lesson right now. This is an important leadership lesson right now. This is an important lesson for everybody because you see it. You see it when people go to the store. You see it when people are in traffic. You see it in business. You see it when people, when something's going on, people react. And what should we do? Should we react? Should we respond? I'm going to tell you there's a third R here. That third R is reflect. Take a deep breath. Take a step back and reflect on what is the message, what is the thing that you're going to say or do going to end up causing? What's the result that it's going to cause? Is it going to fix the situation? Is it going to actually make things happen? Is it going to, create solutions? Is it going to create good relationships, things like that? So ultimately, we need to reflect and just think to ourselves, we got this. So how do we deal with this? Because ultimately, you can deal with any problem. You can deal with any problem. You can deal with anything that's going on. And how we deal with that thing that's going on is going to be remembered at the back end by ourselves, by our conscious, by us looking in the mirror going, I did that the right way or I didn't do that the right way in how I want to be remembered. So, I want to talk about this briefly. So, good morning. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Eileen. It's good to see you guys. A little bit of a different background here. I wanted to get outside, give you this is not a studio. This is my backyard. You can hear the traffic noise on the road back here. So anyhow, here's what I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. Emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. And what are those two things? Those two things are really how you respond to things and how you come across to others and how you recognize the feelings of others. Because a lot of people are very sensitive right now. A lot of people are ultra sensitive to how things are going right now in society, and we need to recognize that. Thanks, Lisa. I've been working on my sound. The reality is, if you think about emotional intelligence and emotional maturity before you do anything, you will benefit out of that, and the response and the results and the situation will benefit. So what I mean is, I could have picked up the phone and I could have called the internet provider and raised all sorts of hell. And how would it be if your family didn't have Wi-Fi and you're cooped up in your house and you're trying to get work done and be passive aggressive and things like that. I could have been really pointed in how I approach this. Nope, that wouldn't have solved anything. I could have said, look, I want you to, give me a month free because I'm pissed off at you and this was inconvenient for me and I could have missed out on business. That wouldn't have worked to fix anything either. We can't leverage our feelings and leverage the feelings of others in order to solve problems. We have to be kind, and we'll get through it together. So when I talk to people, you smile and you go, how can we work through this? How can we make this happen? How can we do things together in order to be problem solvers? So that's emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. Emotional intelligence is understanding their emotions. Emotional maturity is understanding your response, self-awareness. So as we get deeper into this, frustrations are going to happen. Tempers are going to flare. People are going to look at situations and go, all right, how do I want to be remembered by my response? That's a good question, isn't it? So be remembered by your grace. Be remembered by your kindness. Be remembered by your ability to think through challenges. And you will solve the problems. You will solve the problems. They might not always be the solution that you wanted to happen on the front end, but we all know that we will get through these things and we will demonstrate leadership. We'll grow in our leadership. We'll be good people. We'll help each other and we'll make it. So don't react, reflect. Just a small thought for the day. Made a big difference in my morning. And, it made me feel good about how I responded. We'll make it. So my thing to you, my statement to you, my request of you, be well, take care of yourself. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, be nice to each other, drink a lot of water, stay healthy, be safe, take care of your family, and be a leader. This too shall pass. We will get through it. And on the back end, we'll look at each other and go, wow, I'm glad I reacted that way, responded that way, and reflected that way. Thanks a lot, guys. Love you. Thanks for what you do. We'll see you soon.